beaten world-class fighters. I think, who did he beat? He beat some high-level world-class boxers. And then, he got like 36, 37, 38.
Hi there, welcome to Boxing Media Hub. So the monster Naoya Inoue has just stopped Yi Kim in the 4th round.
Inoue is not only pound for pound the best in the world, Inoue is the best fighter I've ever seen, no matter what weight category or anything. I have never, ever, in the almost 60 years I've been in boxing, seen anything like Inoue.
Defeating elite fighters, I believe he defeated some elite, world-class boxers before we received a score of about 36, 37, 38. Greetings and welcome to the Boxing Media Center. Yi Kim was just stopped in the 4th round by Naoya Inoue. Not only is Ino the best fighter in the world pound for pound, but he is also the best fighter I have ever seen, regardless of weight or anything else.
And still can crack, and still as fast as lightning.
Yeah, the power that he possesses, but it's not a thumping power, it's that explosive speed, that explosive power, the footwork he gets in position, and all of a sudden he's landed 3, 4, 5 shots and then he's angled off. A lot like I did in my fight against Lopez. A lot of that, sparring paid off, and it did shape me. And I know he did put out a tweet as well, saying that I hope the sparring we did, helped you in this fight, and straight away.
That's amazing.
And I was so excited. He's a legend of the sport.
He is a legend, and he's such an unusual guy. You know what's crazy about him is his calves.
Yeah,
when you look at
massive.
They're giant.
In the nearly 60 years I have been boxing, I have never seen anything like Ino. Recently, famous commentator Joe Rogan praised Japanese boxing sensation Naoya Inoue, also known as the Monster, for his extraordinary skill in the ring in a number of discussions. Rogan has emphasized Ino's incredible speed, accuracy, and destructive power, which have made his opponents fearful. Rogan's appreciation highlights
that use that to set something up to get a guy going. He only really lets his hands go if his opponents are hurt. That's just who he is. I actually appreciate that about him. It does a few things. One, it keeps him safe because it's basically a defense mechanism. If I'm not wild and loose, you can't really counter me, or I just won't slip up and do something stupid. So there's not a whole lot that I'm giving you, basically, as an opponent. Not a lot that I'm giving you. But also, it preserves energy. And he can preserve energy. I mean, the guys at that weight, they're a whole lot smaller, so they can definitely preserve energy. But when you're throwing those single shots like he does, it preserves energy. So he's still fresh in the championship rounds, which is quite intelligent.
Ino's ascent to prominence in the boxing world, where some people rank him as one of the best fighters of his time, and still be able to crack, and still be as fast as lightning. Look at his power, but it's not a thumping power. Rather, it's that explosive speed. He gets into position, and suddenly he's angled off a lot.
He's a great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey. 3 of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them.
Just like I did in my fight against Lopez. I know that sparring paid off, and it did shape me. He also tweeted, "I hope the sparring we did helped you in this fight," and I was immediately thrilled. He's a legend of the sport, and what's crazy about him is his callus. When you look at them, they're giant. Naoya Inoue, also known as the Monster, has dominated the boxing world with his flawless skill set that combines speed, accuracy, and pure strength. Joe Rogan.
Inoue went against the rope. Good right hand off the rope. He's fighting off the ropes now. There's not a part of his game I haven't seen. He's been everybody this fight. Good right hand to the body. Good jab. Paul Butler can't hit him with shit. Look, you see that? The footwork and the head movement. Back right to, that left came so fast after the right to the body. Yeah, he hurt him. Butler's down. That's it. He's knocked out. 11th round. He broke him down and knocked him out. That is amazing because he tried to open him up. He tried to counter him. He tried to give him confidence. He chased him the whole time. He found a way to pick that lock and knock him out. That's an all-time great fight.
One of the most well-known voices in combat sports has publicly said that Inoue is one of the best fighters of all time. Longtime combat sports analyst Rogan has commended Inoue's capacity to destroy elite opponents in a variety of weight classes, frequently displaying surgical accuracy and devastating knockout power that use that to set up a fight to get a guy gone, and he only really lets his hands go if his opponents are hurt. That's just who he is. I really like that about him because it keeps him safe, because it's essentially a defense mechanism.
The kid from Japan, Inoue. So when you see, he got the victory over Cool Boy Steph. Cool Boy Steph, he's not a heavy puncher, good boxer. But far as, Inoue, it was a Filipino fight for twice, Donaire. So Donaire was giving him fits in the first fight. And if I'm not mistaken, Donaire was somewhere close to 40 years old when he fought him the first time. Whereas, and he was in his 20s. So he should have knocked him out in the first fight, fighting a guy, like I said before, at that age. What I need Inoue to do is, I need him to come fight in the U.S., random blood and urine testing. I think he's a hell of a fighter. A hell of a fighter. I won't take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter. And I like him because I see he take a lot of my stuff from my playbook.
If I'm not wild and loose, you can't really counter me, or I just won't make a mistake and do something dumb. So there's not a lot that I'm giving you as an opponent, but it also preserves energy, and he can preserve energy. The guys at that weight, are much smaller, so they can definitely preserve energy.
When people talk about the best fighter in the world, Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, stuff like that, they don't bring up why is Inoue great? They don't watch him. His IQ, if you can just watch him without hating, without being like a nationalist, just like, I'm American, forget everybody in Japan or anywhere else. If you can just be a boxing fan and look, the guy's IQ, he beat Fulton IQ-wise. He set him up. And that's Cool Boy. Inoue's IQ, brother. He's different, bro. He made him that cloth of the very rare.
But when you're throwing those single shots like he does, it preserves energy, so he's still fresh in the championship rounds, which is quite clever. In the most recent fight, I successfully defended his undisputed super phantom weight titles by knocking out Ye. Inoue ended the fight with a spectacular knockout.
Inoue went against the rope. Good right hand off the rope. He's fighting off the ropes now. There's not a part of his game I haven't seen. He's been everybody this fight. Good right hand to the body. Good jab. Paul Butler can't hit him with shit. Look, you see that? The footwork and the head movement. That left came so fast after the right to the body. Yeah, he hurt him. Butler's down. That's it. He's knocked out. 11th round. He broke him down and knocked him out. That is amazing because he tried to open him up. He tried to counter him. He tried to give him confidence. He chased him the whole time. He found a way to pick that lock and knock him out. That's an all-time great fight.
Flat out, he's my favorite fighter in the world. Watching that guy fight, man, and waking up at 6:30 a.m. to watch the undercard and get ready for a Naoya Inoue fight has become a bit of a pastime for me now. I love it. I'm up there. I have my espresso. I'm sitting outside watching. My neighbors hate me because I'm yelling at the camera at 7:30 in the morning. Every knockdown that happened in this fight, and there was a bunch of them. I was screaming at the TV.
When June Kim gave him a strong right hand in the 4th round, marking his 29th victory with 26 knockouts and his 24th consecutive title defense. He is an excellent finisher. He's the best boxer, in my opinion. He's Mike Tyson and Joe Louis. He is Jack Dempsey.
He is the best boxer in the world. His resume is better. His accolades are better. Becoming 2-time undisputed. The names that he's fought have all been legitimate and dangerous. We are seeing a potential icon in the making. Pound for pound, one of the hardest hitters. Pound for pound, one of the smartest fighters. Pound for pound has perfected nearly every aspect of this sport. Of every major monster in the boxing world today, he is the king of all. Even better than Terrence Crawford. Even better than Gervonta Tank Davis. Better than Usyk. We can keep going down the list. Inoue is the best fighter in the world today. There is no boxer that has the complete package of outright talent, discipline, power, speed, skill, adaptability, defensive soundness, and toughness. All wrapped in one. That brother is the best fighter in the world. He's the best in the world.
He is all three of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. Ino's most recent victory over Jun Kim further solidifies his place among the greatest boxers in history with a perfect 29-win, undefeated record that includes 26 knockouts. Anna's supremacy in a variety of weight.
Would you say the monster is multi-dimensional?
Yeah, of course.
But have you seen him legitimately be multi-dimensional?
Yeah.
From a standpoint of being able, obviously we know he can punch.
Yeah.
We've seen him get to the body. But
he's a box people
I really haven't seen him stay on the outside and counter punch.
Do you think that's what he's gonna have to do against Fulton? Though?
It's not the point. The point is you just call him the #1 fighter on the planet.
Pound for pound.
But you got to be able to do it all.
Yeah.
Who they fight? I mean, you can say that for Crawford. Who they fight?
And I've always said his torque is so impressive, the way he's able to kind of turn on everything, like you said, and he is so well balanced. But he also is so savvy in there with his feints, and he didn't fight, or bite, I should say, on any of Fulton's feints. And he set up everything so perfectly and laid so many traps. I'll tell you, I was so impressed with how he looked because of the level of opponent he was facing. That's what made it like, damn.
Mario, I thought in the first round, he controlled it, but in the first minute of round 2, Fulton had a look on his face like, this is more difficult than I thought.
When he started going in his little feints, and he just, with his little shoulders, he'd feint high, feint low, come up with the up jab. The up jab was so impressive. His hands and his feet are quick, but the way he sort of sets his traps and he's able to kind of explode with quick combinations, and they all have power.
Yes. Right there, able to hit him.
One more minute. Do you think the winner, did you see the monster? Do you think he's the best pound for pound, or the winner of this fight is the best fighter?
Japanese fighter's the best fighter. Mike, in my opinion, I'm nobody, but I think he's the best fighter.
Mike, the idea's been thrown out there for him to move up to 130 fights to fight Gervonta Davis down the line. Could you see that fight happening?
Yeah, listen, how much he wants to move? He's 122 now, right?
He's 122. He'd be going to 135.
Why don't they fight 132, something like that? Both of them. Yeah.
Hey, give him a TV break. Give him a TV break. You got a TV break, y'all. One TV break. Come on, let's get it for you. Right-handed against Spence. Keep switching.
He should fight the way he fight.
Hey, Mike, we got arguably.
We got arguably.
I'm cool.
Come on, man.